Good evening, guys. Um, this is Analysis King. Welcome back to my channel. I want to say a big thank you to my fellow subscribers. I want to say a very big thank you to the people who have actually taken out time to watch the videos on my channel, who have taken out time to comment and support the channel. I say a big thank you and I appreciate you guys, right? So I thank you for your comments, thank you for your likes, I thank you for your support, right? You guys have been amazing, right? So if you're actually new to the channel and you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly actually hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification button to know when I actually post a video. And also give me a like or give me a like and also comment on the video, right? To know if you're actually gaining or getting value from the videos, right? So let's get into the video. Now, this is something that I actually want to be doing like during my course of this journey, right? So I actually want to be this will be the first episode of this. This will be my technical Saturdays, right? So this is what I would be doing on Saturdays or on Sundays before the market opens. So I'll be giving you guys a breakdown. I'll be giving you guys a breakdown of 10 pairs that I'll be looking out for to actually buy or to actually sell, for opportunities to sell or buy in the market, right? So this is the first episode. Let's get into the chart, right? So we're going to be looking at 10 pairs, right? I've actually marked out some pairs already, but not 10. But I've actually marked out one, two, three, four, five, just five pairs, right? So we're going to be going over them, right? So this is Euro GBP. Right, so let's go to Euro GBP. Now, let's go to our daily. These on Euro GBP. Um, let's go to our daily on Euro GBP. Now, if you look very closely on Euro GBP, you will actually see that we are actually in a descending channel, right? You will see that we are actually from a daily, we are actually in a descending channel, right? Giving us a series of lower lows and lower highs, right? You can see that this is a low structure, this is a low structure, this is a high, this low was taken out, right? This low was taken out. This low was taken out by this particular move. So we are actually looking at a bearish market, right, on Euro GBP. But if you look very closely, you can see now that price has come back to the low portion, right, of the descending channel, right? So price has tapped the descending channel. This is the second time price has tapped it, so it's still a little bit valid. So I'll be looking for a buying opportunity to take price back to the upside. Now, if you look very closely, price was actually ranging, right? Price was ranging. This price was ranging between 0.84372 and 0.83859. So we're actually seeing price range. But on I think it was on Friday, we actually saw this particular move. I took advantage of this particular move on Friday, right? I took advantage of this buy move on Friday, right? So now we actually caught, I think we caught 80 pips on this particular move. So you can actually see now that price has broken the range. If I go back, if you go to the smaller time frame, you will see that this particular region was the range. Now price has broken the range. We see now that price has closed above the range. Price has closed above the range, giving us a very good bullish momentum. So all we'll be looking out for now are buying opportunities to take price back to the upside. So our next target on this trade will be the support region that aligns with the supply zone, which is 0.85597. So this will be our ultimate targets, right, to take our profit. So let's go to our 4 hour. Oh, sorry, let's go to our 1 hour. Let's go to our 1 hour. Now you can see that we've actually gone back down to our 1 hour. You can see now that structure is clear. right? Structure has been broken. They've taken out this high, right? They take out this high, they took out this high, right? Took out this and this. Now you can see now that price is actually price has broken the range, and price has given us a strong bullish momentum, a strong bullish momentum to the upside. So all I'll be waiting for is price to come back down into the break of the range, right? The high of the range, right? So once price comes back into this region, then I will be looking for buying opportunities to go back to the upside, which I said our target is 0.85597, right? So this is basically what I'm looking out for on Euro GBP. Euro GBP is 0.85597 ultimate target, right? So once price comes back here, I will wait for my confirmation before I actually take the trade, right? So that's for Euro GBP, right? So let's go to Euro GPY. Now, let's go to our daily chart on Euro GPY. Now we can actually see from our daily chart on Euro JPY that we are currently in a downtrend, or it's not really clear here. Let's go to our weekly. Now you can see now that on Euro JPY currently we are actually in an uptrend on Euro JPY, right? On the weekly time frame, we can see that currently we are actually in an uptrend, right? We can see structure playing out, right? You can see structures playing out on the weekly time frame, right? We are currently in an uptrend. But if you look very closely, all we are actually focusing on is this particular price action, right? That is our main focus. Now, this particular price action here, if you look at it very closely, we are actually in a downtrend, right? We are actually in a downtrend. Remember that we have liquidity below this region. We have this double bottom here. So all I'm waiting for is price to come back, then take out this liquidity, then look for a buying opportunity, right? So let's go to our daily. Our daily is not clear. Okay, daily is a little bit clear. Daily is a little bit clear, but let's go to our smaller time frame. Let's go to our smaller time frame to see where I'll be looking out for buying opportunities. Now, if you look very closely also, we have a smaller trend line inside the bigger trend line, right? We have the smaller trend line inside the bigger trend line, right? The smaller trend line inside the bigger trend. You can see that price touched this region, touched it the second time. So all I will be waiting for now is price to come back. Let's go to our 2 hour, because our 2 hour that I actually saw our supply region, right? We can see that the supply region actually aligned with the support zone, right? The resistance zone rather. And you can see now that structure has been taken out, right? They've taken out the liquidity below this level. So all I will be looking out for on Euro JPY is a sell. The next target on Euro JPY will be 127.383. So all I'll be looking for is price to come back into the supply region, price breaks. Once price breaks this supply region, then I will be looking for, once price breaks comes back into this region, then I'll be looking for a selling opportunity where I want to add my positions to actually sell, right? So let me highlight this a little bit. Sorry. Let's see where we'll add our positions, right? Let's go to line chart. So let's go to horizontal line. Now, I'll be looking to add my positions around this region, right? So I'll be looking to add my positions around this region. So let's look at it. All right. Now, all I'll be waiting for is price to come back into this region and sell, right? So if I see another opportunity again, to add, so I will be looking for price to come back into this point and actually add to sell again. So I'll be looking to add here, right? I'll be looking to add around this region. Meanwhile, I don't just add, right? I wait for confirmation. So there are certain confirmations that I wait for, right? If you want to know that, I can't actually tell you that because that's actually for my members in my group. So that would be unfair if I actually do that, right? So all I'll be waiting for, right? All I'll be waiting for here, I'll be waiting for price. I'll be waiting for price to break. Once price breaks, it has given me one confirmation here. Once price breaks, then I'll be looking for my second entry here. Then once price gives me a second entry, my total stop loss, well, my total take profit is around 127.383. But we have this first liquidity to take out. Once price takes out this low, I will close 80% of my position and leave the rest to come to 127.386. Right? So I know this is actually clear, right? So let's go to GBP card. Right? Let's go to GBP card. Now let's go to our this 3 hour. I think this is our 3 hour chart. Right. So let's go to our daily. Now, if you look very closely in our daily, we can see that GBP card has been playing around in a range. It has really been playing around in a range. It has been stopping out, come back down, take out liquidity before going back up. It has been playing around this this support region. Now, you can see now that GBP card actually closed as a very huge bullish, mighty engulfing candle. You can see how large this candle is. This candle is extremely large. So all I will be looking for on GBP card is a buying opportunity. I'm not going to be selling GBP card. All I'll be looking for is a buying opportunity on GBP card, right? So let's go to our smaller time frame. Let's go to our smaller time frame to see how we'll be looking for a buying opportunity on GBP card. Right. So now, if you look at our 4 hour, right? If you look at our 4 hour, we actually took this trade. We actually took this trade around this region, right? If you go to my Telegram group, the link to my Telegram will actually be the link to my Telegram will be written in the description below, right? So I actually sent this Telegram this trade to my Telegram group and also to my Instagram. So all my social media will be linked in the description below. I actually sent this trade and we caught this trade around here. We caught this trade here at this particular trend line because all we saw was we knew that we were expecting a fake move back to the downside. That was my thought process. Once they gave us that fake move and they broke structure, all I was waiting for was price to come back here. Once price came back here and it aligned with my trend line, right? You can see how beautifully it aligned with my trend line. Then this was the position I took the trade. My stop loss was below here. We closed this trade at around 180 pips. That was when we closed it around this high. So all we'll be looking for now is price to give us another entry, right? Price to give us. I have 2 zones that we'll be looking out for other entries, right? So I think let's go to our 2 hour is a little bit clear. All right. So this is exactly where I'm looking out for other entries. So I'll be looking for my first entry will be here. This will be my first entry, and this will be my second entry, right? So you can see how they are perfectly aligned with the fib retracement, right? So this point A, point B, and we are actually looking for point C. Point C around the 61.8% retracement level or 78.6 retracement. These are the 2 most important retracement levels, right? So these are the 2 regions where I'll be looking for buying opportunities on GBP card. You can see clearly that structure has been taken out, right? So they've taken out structure. Now we are all looking for a pullback. Once price pulls back here, if price pulls back here, then I will take my buying opportunity and gives me an entry. I will take my buying opportunity. Or if price pulls back here, failed this region, pulls back here, then I'll wait for another my buying opportunity and actually go higher, right? So let's go to Aussie NZD. Right, so let's go to Aussie NZD. Right, so Aussie NZD, I'm also looking for a buying opportunity on Aussie NZD. Let's go to our daily chart. Now, on Aussie NZD, we can actually see that we actually been trading in a range, right? But in our daily chart, you can see that we have 1 touch and we also have 2 touch. So you can actually deduce that we are in a downtrend. You see the structure has been taken out here. Structure has been taken out here, and structure has not been taken out here. So all my ultimate target on GBP card, on Aussie NZD, my ultimate target on Aussie NZD is around. So let me remove this. Let me remove this and let me just use this. So my ultimate target on NZD, right? Aussie NZD will be 1.0392, right? So because we can see that we are actually in a downtrend, right? So now let's go to our we are currently in a downtrend. So let's go to our um our daily chart. Now, in as much as we are actually in a downtrend, you can actually see that before this is the only place I actually want to sell Aussie NZD. But before it comes here, I want to actually take advantage of the buying opportunity, right? So this is actually the two positions I would be looking for buying opportunities on Aussie NZD. So I'll be looking for buying opportunities around here and also this region. Why? Because we can see that structure has been taken out, right? They've taken out structure. This is the first thing. They've taken out structure with this move. Now we are waiting for a pullback, a retracement to this point, these 2 points. So if price comes back here, if price does not give me an entry here, this zone will be skipped. Then I will wait for the next zone. If price gives me an entry here, my take profit is around this region. So once price gets here, then I will now be looking for selling opportunities to take these lows, right? So that is my thought process on Aussie NZD, right? So let's go to GBP USD. Now, GBP USD is kind of very tricky, right? GBP USD is kind of very tricky. I'm actually looking for a sell on this trade, right? Let's go to our daily first. Let's go to our daily. Now, if you look at GBP USD, we are actually in a downtrend, right? We are actually in a downtrend because I don't think you need anybody to tell you this. Now, we are actually in a downtrend on GBP USD. Let me see this. Now you can see it. You can see it very clearly that we are basically in a downtrend on GBP USD, right? You can see that price has come back to the descending triangle, or sorry, the descending channel. Price has come back to the descending channel to actually touch it for the third time, right? Price has come back to touch it for the third time, right? So there are two things I'm actually looking out for on GBP USD, right? I'm looking for a sell. I'm also looking for a buy, right? The only time my sell will be validated or will be invalidated is when price actually closes above 1.33578, right? If price closes above 1.33578, then I will now be looking for buying opportunities, right? Because if you look at it very closely here, we can see that structure has been taken out from this region. Structure has been taken out, and you can see this particular close. This close actually shows like an indecision, right? Let me remove this. Let me remove this first. Right? You can see this close right here. This close below 1.33578. It closed below the level. Now you can actually see that price closed below the level, right? So we can see a form of rejection around this level. So all I will be looking out for on this particular trade, I will be looking for a sell. But in as much as I'm looking for a sell, I will not remove the idea of a buy when it comes, because the only time I will want to be looking for a buy is when it closes above. It has taken the liquidity above this candle. Once price takes the liquidity above this candle, then closes above 1.33578, then I will now be looking for buys to come back to 1.34474, which aligns with the supply region here. Which aligns with the supply region here. So this is basically what I am actually looking out for on. This is what I'm actually looking out for on GBP/USD, right? So we can see this rejection here. Now, since price has rejected here, now I will now be looking for a selling opportunity to the downside. So if price gives me an opportunity, right? All right. So if price gives me an opportunity to sell, then I will look for a selling opportunity. But I'm still on the fence on this, right? So I'm still on the fence on this. So I'm just watching. I just want to see how it plays out, right? So I just want to see how it plays out on this particular trade, right? So let's look at Euro USD, right? I might not go through the 10 pairs, but let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD. Okay, all right. Let's look at Euro USD. I've not done any markup on Euro USD. I intentionally didn't do any markup on Euro USD, right? So let's go to our daily chart, or let's go to our monthly chart. All right. Let me move this. Now, if you look at our monthly chart on Euro USD, you will see that we are currently in a downtrend, right? Right. You can see it's that we are in a downtrend. We have this. It has broken it. It has broken this particular trend line. You can see that price actually touched the trend line once. Price touched it twice. Right. Price touched it the third time. Right. So you can see that there was a reaction on this trend line. Now let's get our support, right? Let's get our support. Let's change it to line chart. I didn't do it because I wanted to do it together with you guys. So let's look at the line chart. Now, you look for the number of places where they've touched regularly. So we've seen this, right? We've seen this. We are actually currently seeing this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 touches here, right? And we also have this level here. So we have these 3 levels here. So let me change the color on this. Let me change the color on this. All right. So it's this. And we also have this, right? So let's change the color. Change the color to this. Right. Let's change the color this. All right, so let's change the color to this also. All right, perfect. So we have actually identified our monthly regions. Now you can actually see what Euro USD is doing, right? You can see how Euro USD are actually respecting these regions, right? You can see now that it has come back to the trend line, touching the trend line, giving us a rejection, right? You can see this particular rejection here, but this alone does not give us a good, clear information. It's still looking extremely bearish, right? It's still looking extremely bearish, right? So let's go to our weekly. And let's mark up our weekly zones, right? Let's mark up our weekly support zones or resistance zones. So let's mark it up, right? So you can see this. Can see this. Can see this, right? So we have one touch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? So we have this multiple touches around this region. So use this. Change the color. Sorry, let me change the color. Let me use this. Okay, let me use that. All right, so let me use this. Okay, all right, beautiful. Okay, now if you look at it very closely, now we can actually see what your USD is doing, right? It's extremely clear, right? Now, if you go back to your weekly, you can now see that we are actually in a demand zone on the weekly. You can see that we are in a demand zone. This is a demand region. This particular region is a demand region. Sorry. All right. So this particular region is actually a demand region that aligned with our support, our monthly support. So, and you can actually see what GBP USD is doing, right? Let me change this color. Right. So you can actually see what GBP USD is doing. Now, it actually bounced off our monthly trend line, right? And it gave us a very good close on our weekly, right? So all I will be looking for on GBP USD, Euro USD, all I will be looking for is a buying opportunity. Now, I want to buy it to this region, right? I want to buy it to this region, or let's go to our daily, right? Let's go to our daily to give us where we actually want to be buying GBP/USD, right? Because we've seen what they actually want to do very clear, right? So let's go to our daily. Let's go to our line chart on our daily, right? So let's use this. Now, if you look at this, right, we have one touch, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 touches around this region, right? We have 3 touches around this region. Remember, all we are actually doing, we are highlighting our daily support, resistance, or our monthly support, monthly resistance, aligning with supply and demand regions, right? So this would be it. Let me use this, right? So this is where we'll be buying to, right? We'll be buying to this region. You can see that GBP/USD Euro USD closed as a big bullish engulfing candle, right? It closed as a big bullish engulfing candle, looking like it wants to go to the upside, which has given us that indication, right? Now let's go back to our 4-hour. Let's dissect it on our 4-hour, right? To give us an opportunity to actually continue the move to the upside, right? Let's go to our line chart. Okay, now let's use this, right? Let's use this. All right, beautiful. Now, the only way I'm actually going to be buying Euro USD, the only time, because you can actually see what structure is doing, right? You can see now that price has closed above 1.12983, right? Now, all I will be looking for on GBP/USD, right? All I'll be looking for on Euro USD, all I'll be looking for on Euro USD are buying opportunities, right? I want to be buying around this region, right? So if price comes back and retests 1.129, 1.12983, right? So if price comes back to retest 1.12983, then I'll be looking for a buying opportunity to take price back to the upside. My first target to be 1.374, 1.13, 1.13740, and 1.14643. So these are my 2 targets for my TP regions, right? So all I'll be looking for, I want to see some form of rejection around here, right? I want some form of rejection around this region before I take price to the upside, right? I hope you guys actually enjoyed this particular section. But I've actually come to the end of this section, right? So we actually analyze 6 pairs. We'll be looking out for sales and also for buys, right? So if you're actually new to the channel, kindly subscribe, kindly hit the notification button to know when I post another video. Thank you for my old subscribers. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you want to join my Telegram group and if you want to pay for my mentorship, the link will be in the description below. And you can also subscribe to my Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers and God bless.